Hello, my name is Amber, and let's talk about demons. So I mentioned in my TBR that I'm doing Demonathon this month. For Demonathon, one of the challenges and prompts for that is to choose a demon. For my demon, I'm going to be choosing Lorne from Angel. It's pretty self-explanatory about why I chose him. He's one of the best demons in the entire Buffyverse, and I love him. He's fantastic and hilarious, and I think he'd be a lot of fun to take on this adventure in reading for this month. One of the other challenges was to recommend books for all 6 hosts. Because I'm terrible at names and I don't want to get them horribly wrong, I will have the name here for each host that I talk about today. But for the first, I wanted to recommend a book that was based around kind of singing. It seemed to be the theme for this first host was just enjoying song, so I decided to go with Stolen Songbird by Danielle L. Jensen. This is a troll-based story. Girl gets taken away to save the troll kingdom. She is a singer in the beginning of this. It's a book that I think needs to be read more and needs to be picked up more because I absolutely love this first book. For the next host was just very much into being like a stylist, so I wanted to pick one that was kind of more fashion based, and for that one I decided to choose Spin the Dawn by Elizabeth Lim. Our main character is a seamstress and has to kind of go into a competition to try and save the kingdom, but it is a very difficult competition where you have to kind of make a dress with the moon and stars or something like that that's just very extreme and different and very magical, so I highly recommend this book. Next, for this host, I decided I wanted to recommend something that was kind of more simple, easy to get to, and also that host likes to drink, so I wanted to think of a character that also likes to drink. For this one, I am going with Dream and Sun Volume 1. This is going to be a very light, very simple manga to get through, but it has also got a couple of characters in it that throughout the series, they're drunkard and they're funny and it's fantastic, so I think this book would go very well with this host. Next, for this host, I wanted to recommend something that is going to be more time travel based, and I wanted to recommend a book that I believe also needs to get more love, and that is 1,000 Pieces of You by Claudia Gray. This is more universe, other dimension traveling, but I think that counts for time traveling. Basically, our main character can use a device to travel between different time periods into another version of herself. So there are multiple versions of her throughout different dimensions, and she kind of has to go through that and go through a bunch of other trials and tribulations that come into her life. It's a fantastic trilogy, and I highly recommend it. Next, for this host, I wanted to recommend something that was gonna be pull at your heartstrings but also be very adventurous and action-packed. And for this one, I decided to go with Serpent and Dove. This is a witch-based story where a witch has to marry a witch hunter to try and kind of save her life and not be locked in jail or found out as a witch. It is very emotional. There's a lot of character development and growth in this, and it is also very action-packed and thrilling, and a lot happens, and it's just a very fantastic story. And then last but not least, for this final host, I wanted to recommend something that was going to be characters that were tricky but also very into partying and having fun. And for this one, I decided to go with Wires and Nerve, specifically for Eiko. I think Eiko is a very fun and crazy character, and she enjoys parties and having a good time with her friends. And that is all of the recommendations for all of the hosts in the Demonathon. That is the end of my video, and I will see you guys next time.